there's elements there. Stream elements. Could we chill for a second? Okay, whatever. Okay, we're gonna start. First event chat of 2025 that I tracked was actually Chamber Trials 5. This was I was on a team with Spurky, Ubby, and Lantastic. I can't remember much about this event. All I remember is it was probably, and not in a bad way, I think it was the most forgettable chamber I played this year. And that just comes down to the fact that nothing interesting really happened from my perspective. I think there was one game where I didn't really enjoy playing it. It was the zone control game. This was before I'd sussed it out. Didn't go too well. The parkour game, I just kind of did average. Like, I did as good as I normally do. I think I tied first, but, like, I didn't complete the map, so it was, like, kind of eh. I won the race map, but, I mean, to be honest, early 2025 was a time where I was pretty much getting first in every single race map that I touched, so that wasn't really, you know... I don't think I got first in the race. I think I got second, but I won in points because I was like higher up position in the earlier laps, which is kind of funny. So I had quite the interesting race. What else? I popped off in the PvP actually. The first PvP game, I think I got the point record at the time. In the PvP game, which was kind of interesting. I've always found that I always do really well in PvP games when I have like a PvP team. Who would have thought? It's like when you erase the thinking part of PvP that I start to do well. You know what I mean? It's almost like I'm all mechanics. it's almost like there's a bit of a I don't mean to be that guy, but a bit of a correlation. I didn't do well in the bow game, to be honest. I don't care about the bow game. I really don't like it. It's not fun. I'm glad it hasn't been in recent Chamber Trials. I think that was a good riddance. But yeah, this was like the last Chamber Trials before they started really adding all like the team games and kind of experimenting more with their game editions. Like they started throwing games out left and right. I think they've added 4 games since this Chamber Trials. So that's like an average of 1 new game per event. Actually, if you count a rework, that's 5, because you've got Chunk Lock, you have Flow State, you have Golf, not Golf, you have Soccer, you have Chains, you have Siege. That's a lot. That's actually a lot. Makes me sad not seeing Mayhem here. No, that's what I kind of realized. I was like, oh damn. Like I played one PB and it was an invitational. And yeah, no Mayhem. I was like, wow. A lot of what would be those spots, I guess, were filled by Chamber for me. And also a few more of the invitationals that I played in. Like the Shine Brighter, Clicks, the Elixilium Creator Carnage, and the Heart of a Hero clicks as well. I played a lot of charity clicks, huh? I think 2 out of 3 of the clicks I played were a charity. That's funny. But yeah, I don't know. This event was just kind of like for me. Like I feel like everything I've done in this event, I've probably done better in another event. You know what I mean? Like team vibes were chill. Like it was just a chill vibes team. I think we were like kind of in contention for finale the entire time, but we just didn't do that great in the last game. So we got like 4th or something, which honestly wasn't too bad. I think we were like really close. I think it was quite a tight top 4. So I mean, like performance wasn't bad. I think I got 3rd individual, which I mean, considering the abomination that was the last game, I actually think that's pretty solid. I think I was first Indi for pretty much the entire event. I think first 6 games, I was first individual. So I played pretty well. My mind wants to put this like low B. I think low B probably makes the most sense here, because like it's kind of like nothing horrible went wrong, but nothing interesting really happened either. I feel like if something bad goes wrong, that's when like events start dropping down into like below like B or like into D and F, right? I feel like they were nothing bad happened in them, but like there was nothing to set them apart from anything else. That's kind of where B and C sit in terms of this tier list. I think this is like a low B event. I might even put it high C. I don't know. I think for now I'm gonna put it high C because I don't know where I'm gonna rank everything else. So, but I mean, I don't know. Like Chamber Trolls was very much hit or miss for me. this year. I don't know how much I enjoyed Chamber, unfortunately. I mean, my first full year of playing it a lot, and I mean, I've enjoyed my time playing some of their games and stuff. I don't know how that will change in the future, but it's kind of been on a downward trend, at least for me, my own experience, and you know what I mean. Like that's my experience. You know, I'm sure there's other people who've had an upward trend of playing Chamber and they've had a lot of fun with it, but um, so I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of you know what I mean? What up, Wojtek? Happy New Year, guys. Thank you, dude. I can't, like, my brain is not gonna be able to tell that it's 2026 in one day. Like, and dude, in less than 6 hours for me. That's crazy. What a worm. We'll VOD this because New Year's party. You're good. I know ICT could have been better. me and Bo tried teaming a lot in CT. It did not happen, unfortunately. But yeah, welcome in, Bo. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This team was fine. I don't have issues like with this event. I think CT5 was just kind of average. This is probably the most middle of the road event I played in 2025, unironically. Like, wow. I don't know. What was next? Block Wars Lagundo. Block Wars Lagundo. This one's an interesting one. Because this was arguably the worst mental I've ever had for a Minecraft event, if we're not taking into consideration Chamber Trials. Yeah, hi Torgo, hi Maple, how we doing? Like, so to me, right? Let's set the scene. Block Wars Lagundo. I'm invited because Lagundo's a friend of mine. He's like, I'm doing a subathon. I'm doing this Block Wars Invitational. You should join. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll play. Little fun fact about this event, I actually helped with some of the team balancing. I actually nerfed myself. Can I say that, by the way? In the team making process, I was in a call with them. They were just like making the teams, and I was like, hold on, this team is too good. Let's swap these people. So I swapped, I think it was a swap between my team and Purple, I think. I think I swapped around me and Nom, I think that was what we did. It might have been that or someone else. But I actually helped with the balancing here. And I think it was successful. I mean, the two teams I tinkered with were actually top 2 in this event, so I don't really think it mattered that much, but I think it stopped the purple team from steamrolling even harder. So I think I did a successful job there. You're good, Oren. Thank you for dropping in, regardless. But yeah, mental was bad. The whole entire premise of this event, if you looked at the entire roster, was, wow, SandwichLord is a hydrogen bomb, and everyone around him is a coughing baby. How many individual points can you achieve? And it kind of was unfortunate, because I only scored 500 indiv above second place, which, I mean, looking at the competition I was against in a respectful manner, 500 above second was not that great. I think it probably could have been about 800 instead. I know I threw tremendously a lot of the games. I think a good, like, 30% of my points or something was... It was, like, almost 30% of all of my points were from one game, which was Trailblazers. I think I scored, like, 750 points or something in Trailblazers. It was ridiculous. I don't know what it was, but I think I had, like, double second place points in that game. But, I mean, team was fun. Team was fun. We ran it well. My mental was just kind of rocky, which is kind of the reason I'm not going to put this event too high. I think this is like a low C event for me. I know a lot of people enjoyed this one, and you know, I'm very grateful to be invited to. I think it was very much worthwhile in the end. You know, I had a bunch of fun. My team was very lovely. And mental was just not there for this one. I think I was very much in my own head, because I was like, I kind of have to win this one. If I don't win this one, it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all if I don't win this one. So yeah, that was kind of my mental. So not winning and in fact getting steamrolled was kind of eh. And I mean, looking back, it's like, I don't care that much anymore, because it's like, the finale in Block Wars is just forever being a game that I will never be good at, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of cases, like finale games, it's like, I'm usually okay at them. Like, I'm not the best, but like, I'm okay. Like, I think I have like a 50% win rate in your average finale. Obviously my win rate in finales is a lot lower, as a lot of you have realized, because Block Wars exists, and I am not good at Shockwave. So, yeah, I don't know. I think this one was okay. I think this is like this is a low C. This is a low C event for me. I just didn't really enjoy it because I wasn't in the correct mental. I think I just like should have went into it for fun instead. I should have gone in with a for fun mindset. And I did not do that very well. But that's okay. We learn from our mistakes. I mean, to be completely like honest, it wasn't even like, aside from the finale, it wasn't even that horrible. It was just like pressure was on to get a lot of points, and there was just so many games where I griefed a lot of points. So, hi Bluke. But yeah, I mean, Block Wars Legenda, probably it's in contention for my least favorite Block Wars this year. I think. It's definitely in contention for my least favorite. And least favorite Block Wars not being in the bottom 2 tiers really shows that I enjoyed Block Wars this year. I thought it was very fun, the Block Wars I played. So I think it's not too bad placement, honestly. And now we move on to Origins 33. This is my next event. This was Team Thwomp. This was the first like Origins I officially played, I'm pretty sure. If I remember correctly. And I was on a team with Cammy Pinecone, Lockie Ness, Jack, and May. This might be my favorite Block Wars I've played this year. I think it's very close. It's very, very close. Like, this was genuinely a good Block Wars for me. Like, I really enjoyed it. I have a few gripes, one of which was just the fact that our game order was kinda buns. And my party was a mess. It was a bit of a mess. I did good in the RNG games. I did good in Spleef. I did good in Blood's Hunt. That's a good sign. If you do good in those 2 games in Block Wars, you're kind of guaranteed in the top 8. So in the top 5. So as long as you're a top player, like genuinely, like I could do like the best performance of my life, and then just shit the bed in Spleef and Blood's Hunt, and I'll get like 6th individual, and there's nothing I can do about it. That's just how Block Wars works. I mean, you kind of expect it because there's their variety event, right? Like, the core event basis itself is built around a variety roster. Origins just takes the event that has the variety roster and then switches up the comp. So there's more likely to be people who complain about like the points and stuff. This is probably the only fun lunge I've played, and that was because no one knew what the hell they were doing. We all mutually agreed realistically to not do the front tower. Some people obviously didn't do that, but it was way better than the main event variation of lunge. So that's cool. I was just having fun. It was a loud VC. We were all having a blast. Like lunge was just this is the highest lunge has peaked, and me saying that, the game experience of lunge in this event in particular, low B. That's as high as lunge gets in my books. I really don't think it gets any higher than that, but I enjoyed lunge, and that's a tall order, in my opinion. So I think that bumps this event higher up. Honestly, my brain thinks this is like a low A event for me. This is like a low A, low to mid A. Like, I really don't think there were many bad things outside of a little bit of a shaky order up, but it wasn't too bad. Like, I didn't not enjoy it. And then party was a bit of a disaster. I think I got like 13th or something individual in party, which wasn't great. The race incident. Now that I think about it, the race incident. Okay, this cannot be mid A. This has to be low A at least. Okay, the race incident bumps this down a little bit. I'll say that much. Hey cats, welcome in. The race incident, for those who know, we're not gonna talk about the race incident. It's okay. They actually made a change. They made a change, a couple events after it happened, and they actually moved it. Did you know the reset button is in the 8th slot now in race instead of 9? I wonder why. But I mean, regardless, like, it was still fun. Like, I shook it off. I brushed it off pretty well. Like this is like a rare moment where SandwichLord has like huge blunder, but he brushes it off quite well. So I actually, nah, you know what? Chill. It's like a low A. Um, I enjoyed it. We like barely missed out finale. We got third as a team. We were first most of the event. Dude, I had a lot of third places this year. Like third and fourth. Like, oh my god. I had a lot of events where first half, our team is in like first. We're doing great, and then it just falls apart second half. It's really tragic actually. Well, not even fall apart necessarily. Like a lot of it is just bad game order. Um so but I mean, I don't know, man. Like it was chill. I liked this one. I liked this one. This definitely felt like a this team was built for my type of like dynamic, I think. Just a team of friends running around. What can go wrong? Enjoyed this one. Next up, chat. Next up we have Biome Battle 4. Uh this one was curious. This is a curious one. So the team was me, it was Lynxy Liam, it was Parasite, and it was Wolfie Mooglemail. First time me and Wolfie teamed since like August 2023 or something. It was a long one in the making. Um and now did this event live up to the expectations? Not really. Um I think this goes for both Biome battles I played this year, where the event was still getting their footing. They still had a lot of problems, and they were very much in their experimental phase. I think they still are, and they're gonna be for another year, I think. But with that being said, Biome battle has only gotten better. I don't think they've had a dip in terms of their quality. I think they've only gotten better, which I think is a good sign. Um, that being said, this is not my favorite Biome battle that I have played. I think this is my third favorite, maybe. It might even be my fourth favorite. It's probably my third favorite. Um, because like, what was better than it? I think I enjoyed Biome Battle 3 more, like a little bit more than this one. And I think the other Biome Battle I played this year was also pretty fun. Um, so yeah, I mean, this one's kind of a kind of a Chamber Trials 5 situation where it's like, did anything interesting really happen here? I got first in the race game. This was still in the time when I was winning every race game. They didn't have a reset button. And what else happened? Spleef was kind of eh. This was still like the Buns era of Spleef and Biome Battle. It wasn't the greatest. Um, they were finding their footing though. The race map was good. Excellent race map. I enjoyed it personally. Um, what else? Um, the reason I think this event is quite lower in comparison to what I would put it is what's the event? What's the game called? Dungeon Dash? Um, yeah, can I be completely honest? When it's game 8 and you want to get points to do well as a team, and you want to go in the parkour room, and you find two large flaws, one of which your movement speed is increased, so all parkour feels wrong. 2, every single room you walk into has lava at the bottom, so it's like, realistically, how much can you do? And 3, there is an impossible jump in the parkour. All of these things added together makes for, yeah, not really a good introduction to Dungeon Dash. I mean, aside from that, everything else was chill about it. I gave like a long explanation, like in feedback, just like what I think could be better and like changes they could make to it. Which, by the way, next time I played Biome Battle, every single thing that I addressed was worked on and fixed and improved. And can I just say, props? That doesn't happen very often. I will say BitSquid is a very determined individual. And I can only give him my prayers. So like, this was definitely stepping stones. The team was fun. The game 8 was a bit of a blunder. I'm glad it was game 8 though, because it meant that there was no game after it to ruin to have the ruined mental go into. So honestly, outside of the last game, the mental was pretty good. Like, everything was chill. Like, I feel like we really had a bit of fun. Obviously I can't put this one honestly any higher than B, just due to the fact that um this was still the buy and battle era of we're experimenting. We don't have everything everything correct, everything all in the correct books in terms of what's it called? Has Farman attacked their feedback channel yet? No, I don't think so. And if he did, I wasn't there because I think he played in one. I think he played in like one of them that I wasn't in, and I think I had like a separate Discord server or whatever or something. So I didn't have access to it. But I don't want to would have Endnox actually listen to their feedback. Yes, dude, let's freaking go. Blind Battle's got a bright future. They have a bright future. They just have a good team. They have a really good team working on it. They're all passionate individuals. As new as they are, like we have to give them credit where credit's due. They haven't been in the space for a while. Think about it. Every single event that you see right now has come from some sort of amalgamation from like 2023 as early as, right? These guys have only been around for a little over a year. So, and they've been on a bit of a break right now. It's kind of just due to the fact that they want to just push for improvements. They don't want to just keep hosting events that are getting a little bit better and better. They want to just bang out as much as they can, I'm assuming, and then come back quite strong. Because like they've always been like a solid event. I think the one thing that I'd say like, oh, this is the one thing you talk about when you look at Buy and Battle is their UI is really good. Yeah, it is. The UI and the coding is really good. Buy and Battle, out of all the events right now, though, probably has one of the lower, if not the worst, in terms of actual like game design and how points work. And that's okay. That comes down to the fact that they just haven't been in the space that long. So I can forgive that very easily. So I'm gonna be dead ass. I'm gonna be dead ass. I see these guys only improving. Who are you talking to, Zenane? But yeah, I mean, I think Buy and Battle is probably. I want to put it like high C, low B, because realistically, there weren't many problems with this event. It was kind of like the average thing I'd say with an experimental event at the time, where it's just a little underwhelming, but nothing bad happened. So, can I really put it above Chamber 5? Probably not. I feel like it goes here, and if not, bottom of B. I think I'll put it bottom of B. I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll do that. I think that is chill. I don't really have much to say about it. Nice 40-year-old. Oh my god. Nice 40-year-old nurse. Blah. Thank you. But yeah. That's where Buy and Battle 4 stands for me. Not really the most input I can really give on something. I mean, I feel like a lot of the input I give on here is also the same I'd give to the next Buy and Battle, which we're not there yet. We have a little detour. We have a Clicks detour. This was the first Clicks I played. We have Clicks Heart of a Hero. This is a fun little charity. I enjoyed this event because the team was cool. I will say this. Was my mental good for this event? Not really. Not really the best mental. I was just kind of annoyed. I think I was just in an annoyed mood when I played this. Which I mean, it didn't like make the event experience that much worse. I just think that overall, this was my first Clicks experience. I had a pretty beefed out team. The team was kind of strong. Quite a beefed up team. I don't really have like many things to say about it because like what is Clicks? Like what do they have? Freaking building game. They got Bingo. Bingo was chill. Freeze tag, albeit some attrition. In the first rounds, understanding how it worked was fine. The PvP game was plausible. Like it was chill. What's your favorite Clicks game? I don't know. I think my favorite Clicks game is probably it's like Omega bias because it just objectively is not the best game by any means at all. But I'd probably say the parkour one, parkour champion. I like freeze tag as well. I feel like freeze tag is a bit of a different one though because I feel like freeze tag is a very much It's definitely a victim of oh, your team is not that good at movement. Yeah, you're having the worst time possible. Like it's the worst game in terms of having fun if you're not doing well, I think. So, I don't know. All the clicks games are decent. I've never had like a super favorite, but I don't think I've hated any of them. So, um but yeah. I mean, introduction to clicks. I just can't remember much that happened this event. We won. Um, we did win. I'll put it top of C. Um, I'll put it top of C just due to that. Um, I like clicks. Clicks is fun. I actually really rate clicks. I think clicks is a good event. Um, I mean it makes sense. A lot of the way they do things is very similar to what's it called? They actually have a lot of similarities with like MCC and stuff. In terms of just like how they do points and the ideas they get from their games, which naturally means it's gonna be solid. I think I slightly prefer it over Chamber Trials. I will say that. I think I do prefer it over Chamber Trials. Um, overall. And I think I also prefer it over Biome Battle, but that's currently. So we'll see what that goes in the future. We'll see what that goes in the future. But I don't have much to say about this. I did well in a lot of the games. I got first. We won the event, albeit with 2 subs in the finale. But it was chill. I remember when Boloon came and saved the day. Now that did happen. That is true. Um, but yeah, that's what I'll say about that. Next up. Thank you for the follow, Hydra. Appreciate it. We have Bimetal Wheel. This one was forgettable. Not in a bad way. The team was cool. I had a fun team. Team was nice. I think it was forgettable, but not in a bad way. I actually think it was forgettable in a good way. Where just nothing bad happened at all. In fact, I'd say a few good things happened. This was an event where I never crashed out at like anything. That was awesome. I played for vibes. I just kind of went into it knowing, yeah, realistically, if we don't win, who really cares? There's some beefed up teams. It's fine. We can just vibe out, have some fun. I think I enjoyed it over Blue Biome Battle 4, just simply due to the fact that I cared less. Um, Nap was fine. Yeah, that was a great teammate. I I don't know. It was my first time talking to Nap and Bonkers, but they were very friendly. And they were great teammates. Um, like this is probably one of the chillest teams I had this year. Like it was just vibes. It was just vibes. I think I did lead this team. We just kind of did in every game. We did alright. We did solid in every single game. There was no mishaps. Everything was all solid. It all was fine. I think we had to skip one game during the event, which I mean whatever. I can't remember if that was Biome Battle 4 or this one. I think it was the wheel one. But I won the race game again. What else happened? Like it was a landslide victory, which I mean to be fair, there was like no competition at all. In this one for first, so I don't really rate this first as a super special one. Like at least Biome Battle 4's first was like a little closer. But yeah, that was fine. Dungeon Dash was better. Like I said, they improved everything from Biome Battle 4. Everything was improved. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun, no complaints. And overall, there was just I had so much fun. Like even in games that I didn't do well in, I just still had fun. Like Spleef was just fun because I kind of understood to an extent how it worked and just kind of stopped caring about how I placed in it and just played optimally. I thought it was fun. I don't think any of the Biome Battle games particularly excel at like the enjoyment factor, but none of them really stink out all the fun. Like for example, like the farming game's not been in the last 2 that I played, which was a plus. Um, so, but Yeah, I mean, this is just so similar to the other Ryan battle. I think, I think it's just this one, but just better. It just take everything that was good from this one or needed improving. You have this one. Um, I think the teams overall, both teams felt pretty similar in terms of vibes. I do think these teams are very similar in vibes. Um, so no real complaints there at all. Um, but yeah, I think this was a solid one. I don't know if it's A tier though. I don't think any buy-in battle's A tier yet. Like A tier is like I had a lot of fun. You know what I mean? Like I think buy-in battle is just like yeah, I enjoyed my experience, but I don't think they've reached that point yet for me at least. But they're on track to. So I'm excited to see what they do with next year. Would you team with Nap again? I mean, they're not in the event space, so I doubt I'd ever team with them again. But I mean, if I was thrown on a team with them in something again, I wouldn't be complaining. I'd have fun. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think this is here. Alright, next up. Credit Cards Lixie Liam. What was oh my god, what happened this event? I thought their PvP games were this is the only Creator Carnage I've played. As an event, I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. Definitely an event with less resources in comparison to a lot of the others, which I can definitely excuse it being a little worse than let's say something like Chamber Trials or Clicks, right? Um that being said, their PvP game was pretty fun. They had some unique takes. Um that's all I can really say about it. I thought that their building game was not that good. I don't like their building game. Their building game is literally just a genetics exam, not fun. Um I didn't even mention Clix's freaking genetics game. We'll get onto that next Clix I rate. Um, but I mean this event was okay. I don't really have like um have many thoughts. I was just kind of having fun. The parkour game was fun because it's parkour. It was just bare bones parkour, and I like bare bones parkour, so that was like a freebie. The game where you run around and survive against mobs, it was interesting, unique take. Don't know if I enjoyed it a tremendous amount, but it was fun. I think I barely got first this event. I got first in event. Our team was like 5th or 6th. So it was a very, very good showing from me. But I mean, the roster wasn't that particularly strong. There weren't some like really strong teams, and the point gaps were really not there. So like it was just I guess I just played the best individually. There wasn't really anything team split, so um I don't know about Creator Carnage. I don't know if I'd play again, honestly. I don't know if they even still run events. But I enjoyed it. I mean, I was teamed with my girlfriend, so that's like a plus. Um I think this team is probably this event is probably here. Um probably here, maybe be here. A lot of C tier events this year. Lot of lot of IT events this year, you know what I mean? Um a lot of IT events. I'll say that much. So but not sure about this one. I think I'm actually gonna move this one here. I'm gonna move this one to the bottom to the top of D, I think. Actually, so hard, man. It's actually so difficult. I'll leave him there for now. We're just gonna have a big clump of C tier events, and that's okay. Um, but yeah, Critter Carnage was okay. I enjoyed my time. I thought it was solid. Iron Break. I see. I see. Was a high Zero. Hope you're doing awesome. Anyways, next up, Chamber Trials 6. Can I be honest? This is the only Chamber Trials I really had fun with this year. Like genuinely had a lot of fun. I thought the team was great. I thought we had a good motive. This team has lore. You know what I mean? Like, you know when you have a team where it's like you have lore. Like, it's not like just an OP as hell team that just storms everyone for no reason. It's like this team is considered a bottom half team. So, but it's not like you know you're guaranteed to lose. You know what I mean? Like you feel like you can do it because your team has solid chemistry across the board. Um, Crazy comeback. We were just doing good the whole event. I don't think we had a comeback. I think we were just doing good the entire event. I think the only exception is we did the first game we played. I think we were last, but like right after that we bounced back up middle of the board and we just kind of stayed there the whole event. So yeah, that's the one I didn't include because there was a lot of individual and like just kind of like gimmicks and stuff. So I didn't really include it because I just don't know where I'd put it. I feel like I'd be putting it lower, and that's like not really the fault of the fault of the event itself. You know what I mean? So I just didn't include it. Um, but I mean, this is just a solid. I'm just gonna immediately throw it up here. And this is an A tier event for me. This is as high as Chamber has peaked for me so far. I think. There's no it was me, Cats, Jack, Orbits. This is the first event that they kind of really started experimenting with their games. They added soccer, they had to change this event, both of which I enjoyed, even though our teams did average in both of them. But I enjoyed both of them. We did great in the PvP games. We did solid enough in the final game, which, albeit, was all not me. That was all teammates. I finished the parkour. That was huge. This is the best parkour performance I've ever had, I think, in any event game. Just because of how difficult the parkour was. So I'll say that was incredible. Race game, I got second. Solid. Like, I think I played the race game okay. Like, I played it good enough. I would have liked to get first, but I mean, new map. I'm not the best when it comes to seeing new things. So I think a second place there is very solid in my books. I will take it. Yeah, there was not really any problems with this event. I generally enjoyed it through and through. We got third, so in the comp that we were faced against, third is very, very impressive. And it's kind of funny because I got fifth individual because, and this is something I'll get onto later on, but the points have never made sense to me in Chamber. They've never been that good, I don't think, in my opinion. This is opinionated, right? Subjective. You feel free to disagree. I've never thought the point balancing was that good in this event. I think some games have given off way too many points, and I think some games just really don't give you that many. But hey, I don't know. Yeah, this one was good. Good story. Good banter all the way throughout. Good laughs. Bit of a good one. Solid. I'll take it. This is highest Chamber has peaked for me, and honestly, the reason I still play Chamber and I still can see enjoyment in it because you have gems like this where the event itself is solid. So if you have a good team, you have the good story, you have good vibes, genuinely such a fun event. Has some really high peaks. And I enjoyed it. I had fun. But yeah. Chamber 6, not really any problems there. Only reason I don't put it in S is, well, one, we didn't win. Two, the end was a bit shaky, and that was just due to the points. Not really much I can, comment on with that one. And three, like, the team games that they were added, we did okay in them. Like, nothing special, you know what I mean? Like, so. And Quick Draw was still in the event, so. All that combined puts this very, very middle of A tier event for me. Thought it was solid. But yeah. Next up, we have the big one. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it in S. This is the only event I've ever played where it doesn't feel like a Minecraft event and it feels like a fever dream. I don't know what it is about this one, but everything was perfect. And, like, sure, Meltdown was buns, but it made for a great comeback story, and that just made it better. I don't know, man. Like, this is the best event I've ever played. This tops everything from 2024 and 2023. Like, okay, bit of backstory for this, right? Bit of backstory for this team. I'd said to Pangy, because he was doing a bunch of practice streams, because obviously it was a Twitch Rivals one. Everyone's put on the page, right? So they're just practicing. They don't know their team, but they know they're in, right? And he's just practicing. And I'm in his chat sometimes, because I'm like, oh, I'm also in this. So I'm in his chat sometimes. I'm yapping. One thing I said to him is, I don't think we could team, because I think it's too strong of a duo. And then we're putting a team together. Dude, I remember, I think when we got announced in the Discord, I literally just DM'd Pangy the gif of the LeBron gif. I don't really remember like anything else, but that's kind of all I remember. It was just confusing. Like, the team made sense though. Like, it made sense. There's some familiarity there. I teamed with AMZ before, so every MCC I've played so far, I've been on a team with AMZ. Obviously Gucky makes sense on that team as well. And obviously Pangy's at the time a lot of appearances in the realm and stuff, and kind of being closer to that sort of space. Yeah, it kind of made sense for this team to fit together. A weird bunch overall, but the connections are there and it all made sense. A lot of people were trying to guess the teams. I thought that I was gonna get, like, I thought my balancing was doomed. I thought I was gonna get 3, like, I thought I was not gonna get a second frag, basically. That's what I thought was gonna happen. But, okay. This is a great first time chat message to bounce onto the next part of. Because, okay. Feel free to hate me for saying this. And you're allowed to, right? You're allowed to. Because this is just an opinion. But why is everyone all of a sudden saying this team is good? Why is everyone all of a sudden saying this team is overpowered? Can I have someone genuinely answer that? Okay, I was scrolling the Reddit pretty frequently, like a couple times a week leading up to the event, right? I saw one person predict our team in the top 2. I think our team was predicted 4th most. Our team was mostly predicted 4th, maybe 3rd sometimes. Everyone thought orange team was going to win. Everyone thought it was going to be green versus orange, and green would sweep them. Okay? I don't want to hear any of the bullshit that people were saying that, oh, the team was too good, the team was too strong. Where are you pulling, what is in your ass and how are you pulling it out of your ass? Like, oh, I don't understand, man. Like, I don't get it. This team was not a winning team. This wasn't an immediate winning team, okay? The immediate winning team this event was green, okay? It was immediately green. Everyone thought orange was gonna do well because everyone was in this mindset of like, oh my god, Hannah Curry is such a good duo, which it is, and they were like, also Tina's been practicing PvP insanely hard. Like, it was the only thing I'd hear on the Reddit. Literally, the only thing I would hear on the Reddit is Tina's been practicing PvP insanely hard, and I'm like, yeah, that's valid. Sure, I can see why everyone's predicting this team high. I personally think they're about as good as us, maybe a little worse. So, sure, I had similar opinions. Maybe I was a little more confident in our team, but. Dude, there were people putting purple above us. There were people putting... I saw a prediction where... I think I saw a prediction... I don't know what team... I think it was Aqua. I think I saw a prediction with Aqua above us. I think I saw a prediction with purple... Like, purple, Aqua. Maybe there was one with yellow. I don't know, man. But... The bollocks people were spewing around with the fact that this was a good team. Nah, you're lying. You came up with that once we won. I'm not even kidding, right? Like, I think everyone at this point was going up to the event. Everyone was very much in the mindset of, yeah, AMZ's a 3rd frag, Guggy's a 4th, right? Everyone understood that. Where is everyone just coming up with the, oh, this team's good then? And like, the thing is, the reason I thought my team was not a top tier team, I thought it was good. I didn't think it was the best team though. And my reasoning's pretty valid, alright? First of all, I've played 1 MCC. So, I'm not the most competent top frag. Albeit, I was the best player in this event by a mile. However, my second frag was the least experienced member of the team. And when one of your good players is not experienced, that is a recipe for disaster. So Pangy was new. And then the 2 players that were experienced are not necessarily your second or your first frags. So, we lacked experience, right? We don't have experience. So, I just didn't see this team automatically being considered a winning team. I thought, yeah, if we pop off, we can win. But I don't think we're just automatically getting our asses placed in dodgeball. Like everyone is all of a sudden saying after the event happened. I don't know, man. Sorry, I ran. But yeah, it wasn't OP until it won, dude. The amount of teams that have this condition where they're just like, oh yeah, it's an okay team. They could do well. And then when they win, everyone's like, oh wow, the OP team won the event. Like, dude, where are you pulling this from? Like, What in your right mind have you decided in your brain that all of have you just decided that because it makes you feel happier in your brain because you're like, oh, I was right now. Like, I don't know. You're allowed to say the team was good, but I don't think you're allowed to say the team was bad before the event and then see us win and then immediately think we were good. That's what I'm getting by. Because you're allowed to have your own opinions, right? Everyone's subjective takes, whatever. I know there was a couple people that said this team was really good leading up to the event. Okay. And great, good job, thumbs up. I just don't want to take anything from people that are just like, oh, this team is really fourth place energy. Oh, they won. This team is really overpowered. Why didn't they nerf Sandwich more? I don't know, man. Anyways, regardless, things that differed for this event to everything else on this list. IRL event. That already means the stakes are higher. The atmosphere is different. It means the event just feels more, has more weight to it, right? This was just a straight up upgrade from last year's event in terms of the production quality itself of the event, the actual event in game, all of the cams, the casting, everything. It was all better. The lore was way better. And just I don't know. And I just had also last time when I played, I had like a team where I enjoyed it, but I was very new, and I didn't really know anyone on my team very well. And we didn't really practice before. Half my team was also jet lagged. So I mean, it was a bit of a losing battle, right? I didn't really see us doing that well. We didn't do that well, right? Dude, I had Food MC on my team. Dude, Food MC is so awesome. I think I've said this on stream before, but when I won this event, and everyone was like yapping on the stage, like all the MCC players were yapping on stage, Fit walks up to me, and in the most Fit MC voice possible, like you know the Fit MC YouTube voice. You know he has that voice, right? I'm dead ass convinced he just does that normally. Like he walks up to me and he goes, "Congratulations, you finally got your win." Like in the most Fit MC YouTube intro voice I've ever heard in my life. And like there's moments in your life where you feel like something, you know, you're complete as a person, like as a human being, you've achieved like you've achieved your inner zen, you know. You've embraced it, it's released into the world for everyone to see. That was my moment, you know what I mean? Like if Fit MC walks up to me, he gives me that voice. Like, but dude, oh my god. No, this event was chills. This was a chills event. It was literally slightly better teams. We had a chance of winning this time. All the production quality was better. I had a better mindset and mental. I was like, I'm just gonna go in and club farm. Parkour warrior. Parkour. No IRL game. Yes, dude. I don't need to go to the gym. Let's freaking go. I'm a Minecraft streamer. But no, it was incredible. The finale was, a lot of people are saying it's one of the best dodgebolts that has ever happened. Obviously I will say I think it's the best dodgeball that's ever happened, but the amount of bias that leaks out of that statement from me, who was literally in it, who won, you know, I feel as if there's a little bit of I can't really ever say that myself, you know what I mean? I feel like I need someone else to say that from like a neutral standpoint. But the AR game was so fun though. I missed the bikes. I think a lot of people enjoyed the viewing experience of it though. The players, I'd say, was a different story. I heard there was a lot of people like after the event, a lot of people were like sat just like eating dinner together, and a lot of us came to the consensus that a lot of teams had the bike chains broke. So they had to improvise and stuff, and it was very, very, very choppy and whatnot. So no, the thing is, right, is that just looking at the overall, like, what was happening in the dodgeball rounds, you could tell green was, like, the more likely odds, right? I think we can all agree that if you replay that dodgeball 10 times, I'd say green probably win, like, 7 or 8 times out of 10, right? Let's keep this clear. They probably win 7 or 8 times out of 10, okay? Because it's like, let's be honest. So the AMZ 1v4 clutch was incredible, right? just truly a spectacle of life that occurred that day. If you take that out of the equation though, if green team killed me, mate, we were fucked. Like, did you see what happened round 1? Like, I died pretty much immediately. We just lost pretty much immediately. And then round 2, like, you have to realize, before round 4, it was literally, if I died, the team fell apart. Albeit my round 3 was bad because I missed shots, but my round 2, I barely won with an ace. Like, I literally wiped all of them out. I barely survived with an ace. Like, after I won that round, I was like, I have to keep playing like this if we want to win. Like, have a chance of winning. That's not a good feeling. I think that pressure really hit me round 3, because when I died round 3, I was like, oh, I can't keep doing this. I think that's why the AMZ 1v4 was so satisfying to me, because it was like, when it happened, I was like, I felt like I had a, you know that moment where it's like the cliche moment where you're like, Minecraft event where I'm not doing well, but it's okay. My team is there to back me up in the end. Dude, that was truly the moment where I felt that. That was truly the moment where I felt that. I was like, oh my god, my team is with me. I'm not alone, and we can win this. You know what I mean? And then I hit all the shots I needed to hit round 5. I think I missed one shot in round 5. But dude, cinema. It was crazy. Yeah, like, that's why Dodgeball is just the best event game. Like, full stop. Best finale game, best event game, because anyone can succeed in it. And the reason anyone can succeed in it is because the simplicity of the game is just so low, which is good. This is what finale should be. Finale should be really, really simple, so you don't need to VOD review to understand what's going on, which is the issue with a lot of finale games, by the way. This is why a lot of them suck. They have to be very simple, right? Very simple, and because the simpler they are, the more pop-off potential there is for people who don't play Minecraft, right? Just look at last Dodgeball. Sure, it was a 3-0 sweep, but Steve Subtek, who doesn't play Minecraft ever, was hitting shots and was contributing to the team, right? Like that's not something you'd see. You know what I mean? Like when are you ever? And this is like all respect to Steve, right? All respect to him. But when are you gonna see that man clutch a mayhem finale, or when are you gonna see him clutch up like freaking, I don't know, like a spleef finale? Like, freaking never, because that's such a Minecraft oriented finale where maybe the finale isn't necessarily bad, but the concept of it is just too complicated for like a non-Minecraft player to understand, or just like a non-player of that event. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I think Dodgeball is perfect because it's just so simple. You have bow, you have arrow, you shoot, you dodge. Like, it's just so simple. Trust your teammates will always be my favorite line to hit SandwichLord before we win the event. The Blueberry pep talks really go far. Volamore, thank you for the follow, by the way, and everyone, thank you for the follow as well. Thank you. But no, I mean, this event was just, this is the best event I've played. This was like the highest high of 2025, and can I be honest, chat? A bit of a spoiler, but this is the only event I'm putting in S this year. This is the only event I'm gonna put in S, I think. And it's like the one event that is S tier is like high S. You know what I mean? It's not like a low S. It's like a high. There's like a gap. You know what I mean? Like last year it was quite close for what was my favorite, but this year no questions at all. MCC does it differently, especially when it's a live event. It's just fantastic. It is so fantastic. But yeah, this was awesome. We had a story. We had I popped off as an individual. Our team all had our moments. Like, it just felt very magical. Very blessed to be able to play in an MCC. I think it was incredible. I cannot thank Scott enough for inviting me. Yeah, very, very happy with this one. Very, very comfortable S tier. I don't think any event comes close. Like, if Team Thwomp is like an 8 out of 10, Pink is like 11 bordering 12 out of 10, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Anyways, I did miss this one, which I will rank quite quickly. Cube Championships. Team was fun. I don't really know if I really uh understood what was going on this event. Um, they played 3 events together this year, and they were all charity. Yep, that is true actually. They were all charity. And it was either Creator Carnage or Clicks. Yeah, I mean, Cube was okay. I don't think I'll play Cube again. I didn't really enjoy Cube like as an event that much. So I don't think I'd ever ask to join their roster or sign up, because then I'm just taking a spot away from someone who otherwise would want to play in this event and have fun with it, who maybe doesn't have as many opportunities as I do with other events. So that's kind of it's the same reason I never played a KST, Knights of the Square Table. Same reasoning. I was just like, a lot of people who play this event don't really have opportunities outside of that event. I don't want to just join, sign up, have a tad bit of fun, and then just dip. You know what I mean? I'd rather just stray from that and kind of just not put myself forward there. Only reason I played this cube is because I was offered to play on this team. And I was like, yeah, sure, team sounds fun, I'll play. Then at least I get to experience the event without feeling like guilty that I'm taking up a spot. I can come up with my conclusions, and then I can see if I want to play in the future. And Cube, it was okay. It was okay. I think a lot of the charity stuff in this event I kind of didn't enjoy, but that was just due to the fact that the team that we were fighting in the finale literally had an extra player compared to us, so just a kind of a guaranteed win. If that wasn't the case, we would have steamrolled them. So, but yeah. It was okay. This is like a high D, maybe like a mid D tier event. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah. I'll leave this one at that. Kind of just there. Anyways, next event. Chamber Trials 8. This is where Chamber Trials starts falling down for me. And it is nothing to do with the games themselves getting worse. I think the games only stayed the same or got a little bit better. I think the problem for me this event was the balancing. The team, very great. I like this team. Fun team. Plushie's awesome. Kaylin's my good friend. May's great. I've teamed with May loads, right? Great team. But when you put this team in front of every other team in this event, oh my god, it is just, I wanted to pull out every strand. If there was a time in any period of my life where I was gonna be bald before I hit 40 years old, it was gonna be the day I played Chamber Trials 8. Okay? Like, oh my god, it was just a roller coaster of negative emotions. So, here's the deal, right? We're advertised as the Giga Movement team, which, I mean, looking at this team, yeah, it's movement oriented. You have me, I'm a movement player. Kaylin, movement player. May, generally speaking, can kind of be a bit of anything. So in this regard, fits really well into this movement team kind of archetype, right? Plushie, a Bedrock player playing Java. That generally means their strong suit is gonna be more movement oriented, right? Because they have good mechanics, but maybe they're not as used to something like PvP on this version. But Plushie's a good movement player. Plushie's very good at movement. Plushie got like 6th in the race game or something. Plushie did really well. But oh my goodness, you do not put a completely movement team in an event where every other team stands a good chance in PvP. Okay? Here's the story. Everyone looks at this team and goes, they're a movement team. Do you know what that means? It means they're not a PvP team. We can play careless into them, and it just kind of means we don't get any space in any PvP game. Siege was okay, kind of just because no one else understood it, and Kaylin's a good leader, so we played well. Also, I had the most brainless task in that game ever, which was camp the doors and win 1v1s, which I'm good at winning 1v1s, for the most part, as long as my aim isn't in good shape. So, like, yeah, great, great Siege. It was okay. We won like 3 or 4 out of 7. Fine. The next 2 PvP games were horrible because we were just getting no space. We had no opportunities to fight anyone. We were getting pushed when we shouldn't have getting pushed. And we kept dying early. right? 2 of the 3 rounds in Blitz, we were cleaned by the team of 3 because they just happened to magically spawn next to us when we're fighting another team and just barely surviving against them, like putting all our resources to take them out. And then the freaking team of 3 just appears uninvited. It's just like, yeah, we're gonna clean your fight now because we spawned next to you twice. Like, oh, brother! Like, dude. Oh my god. It's just, there are infuriating times in life, and this is one of them. And the movement games in this event were fine. The problem is that I didn't enjoy them that well. And that was not due to the, well, Flow State was new and the balancing wasn't great. So, yeah, maybe Flow State wasn't the most perfect game when I first played it. But the race game was fine. But here's the problem. We knew we were going to win these games by a landslide. And we did. And just the fact that you know you're going to win them guaranteed, not that you're just good at them, but the fact you're going to win them means that when you see you've won the game, you don't feel rewarded. You're just like, oh, okay, nice, we did it. Let's move on now. Like, there's no real feeling of positivity there, you know what I mean? It's just like a very mundane, like, yeah, it happened. Cool. Like feeling, you know what I mean? I don't know. This was a miss. Like, and then the final game didn't go great at all. Golf was chill. Soccer was bad. And yeah, I mean, all put together, really bit of an unfortunate situation. I'm not gonna put this team low D just because it was such a cool team vibes wise, and like this is a great team. I'm gonna put them top of D. I just think that the experience of just not a single game was like considered satisfying or fun to me in this event. And that's why I can't put this team any higher than D tier. I think it's better than Cube because I think Chamber is just a better event. But damn, you know what I mean? Like that was a bit of an unfortunate one for me. Bit of an unfortunate one. There were some good moments, which is why I'm not putting it in lower D or F. There were some good moments. Like, I did good in the movement game. Congrats. I did good in the race game, I think. Actually, no, I think I did okay. Golf was solid. Siege was okay. I can't physically put this team lower, especially if I'm teamed with Kalen, right? Like, I can't feasibly see a reality where this team is here. It just doesn't exist. So, D tier team. It was aight. It was aight. Next up, Clicks Shine Brighter. Yay! This was a cool team. I enjoyed this team. Fun team. Duvid and Leon were great. Honestly, like, just some of the chillest people I've spoke to. Like, first time for a Minecraft event. I don't like teams that are good at one thing because it isn't fun if the PvP team streamers those games and the movement teams gap in those games and have the little fun in other games. The game order in my eyes are fun. Are for fun, to not give up, shouldn't decide the event. Oh no, PvP got played first, so we lose because that's our strongest. GG, I guess. Yeah, I mean, kind of goes for anything. I think there's another glaring issue with Chamber Trials, and I'll talk about it when we get to the other Chamber Trials I played, because I could explain it better there. But anyways, oh my god, I need to take a freaking drink. My throat is destroyed. Yeah. Okay. Click Shine Brighter. I think I enjoyed this more than Heart of a Hero. I think so. Team was great. I think that was awesome. We were actually winning for the most part, and our team wasn't an OP team. It was just a good, like a solid team. It could do well, and we were first most of the event. That's awesome. We had a few mishaps, like the freeze tag game didn't go too well. Freeze tag didn't go too well. And the Dungeon Crawler game could have gone better, right? Aside from that, we really did chill and everything else. I'll get onto my rant now about one of the games in Clicks, which is the one thing, in my opinion, that pushes Clicks down as an event overall in terms of their games. The color game in Clicks is just bad. I don't care what anyone says, it's just a bad game. It is bad, right? Because the whole gimmick of the game, right? The whole gimmick of the color game which is a unique gimmick, by the way. I'll give them that, right? I haven't seen it in other events. Is you see the colors, right? You see the colors. First of all, color game. The problem with color games is that they are just a genetics test, right? I'm very sorry, Bloke. This is a. I think I can say this is objective, but if you like color games, then that's completely chill. There's nothing wrong with liking them. But from an objective standpoint, color games punish people for no reason. For example, there's quite a few people who play events that are actually colorblind, and it means they can't do stuff like this. And also, some people are just not built to have as good reaction times as others. Not as much of a bad part as others, as like other sections. It's mainly the colors, right? But, dude, it is not fun when the game is telling you to go to a color and they've swapped all of the colors and the things around. So now, anyone who has issues with reading, like, fast, is also disadvantaged. Why? Why did we need to do that? The colors was enough. The colors were enough, man. Oh my god. No, Color Shop was a bad game. I'm sorry. If that game is gone, then Clicks actually has like a near flawless game roster where all the games are fun to me. That game is buns. It is just buns. If you like the game, it's because you're good at it. That is, or your friends really enjoy it, and you emit that happiness from them. Those are the two only reasons you enjoy that game. And if that is the case, that is completely okay. I have no issues. I just don't like the fact that this game just actively punishes you for having bad genetics and, like, your DNA was wrong. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. The best I could ever do in this game is, like, 6th. And that doesn't feel great. And I know a lot of people can't do as good as that, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, Color Shovel is just not a good event game. Like, it is a low E, high F tier game. But I don't know. Trained for it and actually got better. There are quite a few color people who do well. The thing is, though, is just like you have to okay, put it this way, right? Let's say there's a movement game, right? Realistically, anyone could get better at movement by practicing, right? There's nothing in movement that makes you worse. Maybe, yeah, if it was like a puzzle movement game, yeah, there's a limit, right? Because some people are just not good at problem solving, right? And never will be. And that's just a genetics factor, right? But there's nothing in like parkour as a gimmick or like PvP where you're limited, right? Like you can get better at it. But if it's something like color perception, which is just a human thing that is kind of just based on how good you are doing it when you're young, that's when the issues arise, right? Like, put it this way. If I decided I was like, okay, I want to be a high tier 2 UHC player, right? Give enough grinding and time and effort, and if I put my heart and soul into it, I think I could genuinely achieve that, right? I think I could. If you were to tell me, okay, get to a point where you top 3 every single color shuffle game ever that you ever play. Impossible. Literally impossible. There is a limit to what I can achieve as a human being in terms of that game. Right? There's some things you can do to make color shuffle better, and that is, yeah, making the things different blocks. But that doesn't fix that doesn't fix everything, right? You still have the issue of, oh, if you can't read fast enough, then GG. Like, it fixes the color issue halfway, but I don't know. Anyways, I'm off topic. That's my color rant. Color Shovel's not a good game. I don't care what anyone says. Like, if you're allowed to have a good opinion about it, then sure, but you can never change my opinion. It's just the whole concept of color games in a Minecraft event just doesn't make sense, because it's like every other thing in Minecraft events is something you can get better at. You can get better at positioning and understanding how to do things, right? You could get better at aiming. Sure, there's limits, but like they're not hard stuck limits, right? You could overcome them with enough effort, right? But I feel like color perception and reading ability, like when there's literal like conditions the human body can have which makes it so you're like objectively worse than them by a lot of people that are surprisingly common among people, That's where the issue is, I think. Right. Obviously, not everyone's gonna. There's people that won't be able to get as good as like something as others, like right. But speaking from someone who is a good Minecraft player, and if you tell me like anything like, oh, hit Netherite in 2 years in MCSR ranked, yeah. If it was like if I didn't do that I die, then yeah, I'd probably hit Netherite in 2 years because I'd grind for it and I'd put my ass to work in it. But I just don't see myself getting the same results as I would like in a color game. So I don't know. Hey, Sleep, welcome in. Yeah, I mean, like, you're allowed to have a positive opinion about color shuffle. Like, I hope my argument doesn't come across as like self-depreciating for anyone who does enjoy it, but that is my genuine, honest take about color games. And this goes for everything. This goes for Disco Fever. This goes for like the only reason I somewhat enjoyed Disco Fever when I played it in PB is because the music slaps. Like, there's no other reason I really enjoyed that game. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But yeah, it is okay. This event, I actually think this is a really good event. I freaking enjoyed this. I had so much fun. There was a really strong team with an OP duo, which kind of was a bit annoying, where it was like, yeah, we kind of just can't win, because if we get finale against them, we just lose anyways, probably. So, like, yeah, whatever. And we did fall off quite hard towards the last 2 games in this event, which was a bit unfortunate, but, I mean, I enjoyed. So, how much of the textures of colors help with Disco? Marginally. There'll be a difference, but maybe you'll survive 2 or 3 more cycles. But yeah, I think Click's Shine Brighter was good. I enjoyed it when Lucy Liam told me he was doing a Clicks with Shine Brighter. I was like, oh my god, please let me play. I enjoyed Clicks. I want to try it out again. And I had more fun this time, even though our team did so much worse. I just had so much more fun. I enjoyed my experience here. I think this was solid. And this is top of B. I think it was better than both of these buy-in battles. I don't know if it's A. I don't think it is. I don't think it is A. I think these teams have better reasoning. I think I enjoyed these like a clear like level above this one, but this is like probably the highest B tier team. I just had fun. The team was amazing vibes. Our team was also good, so it felt like we had a chance the entire event. Obviously disregarding the OP duo team that existed. But yeah, I had fun. I had very fun. I had very, very fun. I enjoyed that event. Very, very swag awesome. Next. Origins 36. This is probably the most forgettable Origins I played, I think. I think it's just like, it's Team Thwob, but it just wasn't as memorable for me. First of all, the team, it was me, CC, Jack Not Souls, Fanny, and Pixelcraftian. Fun team. I think Liam made this team. Liam made this team, and I thought it was a great team. First time I teamed with CC. CC is very cool. First time I teamed with Pixel as well. First time I teamed with Jack in a long time. But this was just fun. I enjoyed this. The thing is with this team is that we were never out of contention for finale, right? We won a game that was quite late into the rotation, which was obviously, that felt very satisfying. And there was a lot of pop-off moments, right? We all know the ever elusive clip where Piggles was invited to the Baited podcast by yours truly in Bloodsun. That was truly an awesome clip. It doesn't get better than this. We won Order Up. Let me emphasize that. We won Order Up. Immaculate performance. The only reason we won Order Up is that me and CC sat in a Discord call for 2 hours coming up with a strategy. Which, by the way, our VOD review as a whole was a little less than 3 hours. 2 hours of that was Order Up. 50 minutes was everything else. So that was cool. We felt like we had a chance of winning the whole time. I didn't play that well. This event, and that's okay. This was kind of the start of my kind of fall off this year. I definitely played a lot worse towards the end of the year for the most part, if you discount 2 of these events. But this was definitely a more like laid back event for me. I think I got 5th, which is fine. I didn't do well in Spleef. The Spleef was the most like boring thing I've ever experienced. Just because nothing happened and I died like 10th to 20th every round. But something was chill. Flip farmed there. The race map was fine. It was annoying not having any experience compared to like everyone else around me. So getting 3rd after all that is actually kind of impressive. I'll take that. Trailblazers was a little bit of a disaster, but I think I still got 3rd, so I'll take that. What else? What else? What else? What else? Extraction was okay. I don't remember if there was battle. I don't think battle was in this one. I can't fully remember. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure about this team. This was just good. I think this is like a B tier team. It's Block Wars, so I enjoy it like a considerable amount. Like, this team was fun. Just good vibes all around. I had one tech issue, which was a bit annoying, but that got resolved. It was like halfway through party, I just couldn't hear my team because my Discord disconnected. I think this is like here. I think this is like a middle B tier team. I think it's better than Biome Battle 4, but I think it's about as good, maybe a little worse than Wheel. I'll put it over Wheel. I'll put it over Wheel. I think I preferred this click style. Yeah. Solid. Solid Origins. Solid Origins. My least favorite numbered Origins, but this year, but I mean, that's not really saying anything when I played 2, and the other one was Team Thwomp, so it's just like, you know what I mean? So, but I think this was chill. Yeah, I mean, overall, I had a lot of fun. There were not really many huge problems other than the weird Discord disconnect. There were no issues in race. Thank God. Thank the heavens. Praise the Lord. And that's kind of it. Fun. I enjoyed it. Only reason I don't put it higher is just the fact that my Indo performance was just so middlingly average. It was just so overwhelmingly average, and there was nothing special about it. The only thing that makes up for it is the clips and the circumstances. The clips, winning order up, circumstances. Circumstances being getting 3rd on a race map where my competition has pretty much all played the map before and I haven't. So, I'll take it. Fun. Cool. Great. Anyways. Next up, we take a little break for an event. I think it was like a month gap or something. As we move to Team Ping. I liked this one. This was good. I think this was a good Block Wars. Ow. Sorry, that was my ball. Let me take a drink real quick before I start rapping again. Okay. Dude. Why are they setting off fireworks at your house? I'm gonna eat all of them. They're all gonna be in my belly. Alright. Next. Team Ping. Team Ping. This was a good event. I thoroughly enjoyed Team Ping. Why, you may ask? Because 1, we got 1st. Same instance as this team. No one was predicting this team high. I don't care what anyone says. You are not allowed to say this team was OP. Because no one was saying that before the event. That's your issue. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Moving on. This team was... I kind of knew it was going to be quite strong if we played well, because SoulTB, guys. Hey guys, it's SoulTB. Did you know that he's actually kind of a demon at this game? So first of all, let's get some stats out of the way for this event. I didn't get first indiv in a single game in this entire event. Despite that, I got first indiv by nearly over 300 points. To put that into perspective, and if that just doesn't show my insane, absurd level of consistency that I acquired this event, I don't know what does. I didn't have a bad game. Not a single game for me was bad. I did solid in every single game, right? Every single game, I did solid. Okay? We stood a chance in every single game. We were a strong PvP team. Great. We also stand a chance in movement because our strong PvP players are not just like people who only play like SMPs or whatever. We had a good mix. Like this team, putting this team together is like nightmarish because put it this way. I am a token movement player, right? So I got the movement down. I can get us a lot of points in movement regardless, right? If I'm on a team and we play a movement game, we're almost never getting a last just because I do something, right? No one on planet Earth wants to take Salty B in a 1v1 in a PvP game, right? No one. If you try, you are stupid. Or if you're Ubby, you're gonna complain about his ping the moment you get completely styled on and walk like a dog. Like, this guy is a demon, okay? Salty B is a menace. He is a menace, and no one is gonna approach him in PvP. Swiffies is a good lower tier player to have on a team like this, okay? Bry. I was doing PvP Legacy Duels with Bry before this event. He was kind of shitting on me sometimes. I can't lie. He's pretty good. People don't want to walk up to this guy either because he just you can't walk against him. So our team is immediately so strong at PvP, and May's not a bad bottom frag either. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Not a single person on this team got bottom 15. Bry the guy outplaced Feinberg. Salty B got 4th individual while he was sick and dying from a headache. He was not in the mood at all, but he still got 4th. He almost outplaced Kel just for fun. And then I don't know what happened to me. I just kind of did well, I guess. I got 1st. Yay. Dude. Oh my god. This team. The more I thought about it, the more I was like, wait, this team is actually kind of locked, and we did lock in. I'm gonna put this team in A. I'm gonna put this team above Chamber 5, I think. We lost Finale, which, I mean, yeah, whatever, right? What team won the Finale? Oh, it was the speedrun team. The guys that inject hours upon hours of VOD review into the Finale game. Whoa. My bad. I didn't mean to step on your turf, sir. Sandwich Master, thank you for the 3 buff sub. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Whoa. Thank you. You're doing awesome. Also, what up, Heist? And then if I said hi, I apologize. But, dude, it was just a good team. Fun. It was during my subathon as well. I think I did really well just because I got good sleep. I was always sleeping really well during my subathon. I just always prioritized it a lot better. Yeah, team ping was amazing. I really thoroughly enjoyed my experience. I don't know if it's better than Thwomp. It might be better than Thwomp, honestly. It's close. It is close. It is very close. Very close for me. But yeah, I think this is just a special team to me. I don't know. Like, it was the first time and probably only ever time I'm gonna be at a team of Soul in a Minecraft event, just because circumstances just never fall upon my plate that often. It's just not something that can happen. Betty, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. And like, it's just a good bunch of people. Some people, it's the thing I like to have in events, right? I like a team where I know some people and I also don't know some people, because it means I can talk to new people, right? So in this instance, it's me, obviously. Soul, one of my best friends, right? For the longest time. It's May. I've teamed with May plenty of times, so I'm familiar there. Me and May are good friends. Never teamed with Swiffies before, nor spoke to him. Same with Bry, right? I have that good balance. Bry was great. Swiffies was great. Overall, yay! Good experience for me, because it's everything I want in a Minecraft event. I get to talk to some new people. I get to make have some newfound chemistry, but I also have some familiarity there as well. So I think this is it's kind of similar to Team Thwomp. I think like I had the same with Team Thwomp. Maybe Team Thwomp was more I knew everyone. Like I knew everyone on the team before I teamed with them. But I don't know. Like you could argue that's kind of how a lot of my higher up teams are. Um, like Team Bait, very similar. I think that's what Block Wars have been good at recently for me. They've been very good at giving me like 2 people I know and then 2 I don't really know, and I like that. Like Team Bait, never teamed with Pixel before or CC, but I've teamed with Family before, and I'm good friends with Jungle Souls. So it's just like, you know what I mean? Nice familiarity, but there's also new stuff there. There's new faces. That's how I felt with this one as well. Yeah, tons of fun, tons and tons of fun. I would play again. I'd play Team Ping all over again if I could. I could play any team in A tier again. Also, I'd do this team again. This seems fun. Yeah, super enjoyable experience. That is my thoughts on Team Ping. Very awesome. Next up, Block Wars Movember. Okay. I don't know if this is my least favorite Block Wars this year. I think it might be. It's very close. So first of all, the team was chill, right? Quiet is the funniest human being I think I've ever seen. 4C, good friend. Love team with the 4C. Team with Anthos before. Anthos is great. Hadn't spoke to Lucero or Sunflower before. So good mix and balance, right? Good balance of people. I know 2 people on the team. I don't know 3. That's chill. That's like kind of, another example of Block Wars' team making in terms of vibes. They're really good at it. If they're not as good as balancing as maybe some other events, they're really good at making teams where people feel comfortable in them. And at the end of the day, that's like the best thing you can do with a Minecraft event, right? That's the thing I appreciate the most. As someone who maybe isn't the most outgoing person ever, but still wants to meet new people, I like having this mix, right? I like having 2 people I can bounce off of very well, and then some other people that I get to meet for the first time. Awesome. That's what events should be. I just didn't like the structure of this event. I don't know why they went with the event structure that they did. I personally didn't see why they did it. I don't know like what the intention was, because it's like it didn't seem like it was supposed to be a like, oh, we're doing this because we have more variety people in. No, not really. I feel like most of the new people were Minecraft people. So I didn't really understand the logic in the game thingy. I didn't realize we were cycling over the different game types a second time until halfway through the event when we were doing it again. I thought this event was going to be like an hour and a half long. If that. But I guess we did it again. A lot of the the incentive stuff. I mean, I've never been a big fan of charity incentive stuff that changes stuff in game. I mean, I feel like that's just my competitive brain speaking. But I don't know, man. I feel like this is here. I think it's better than Creator Carnage. Maybe it's better than Chamber. I just feel like my competitive brain really doesn't like this event. But it's nothing to do with like Block Wars themselves or like my teammates. Like my team was awesome. Like it was definitely chill vibes. Like it was funny. I will say this, I did have some tech issues this event. Before this event, I was stressing out the entire day with tech issues, so that was I was definitely going into this event pretty exhausted as well, which didn't help. Actually, because of that, I'm gonna put it down here. Mental was overall better though. I kind of knew that we weren't gonna win, so that made me feel a lot better. In the grand scheme of things, probably what puts it over this one. In fact, I'm actually gonna put this one down here now. But I mean, no, it goes here. Sorry. No, sorry. I just looked at this and then I looked at this and I was like, okay, I'm not sure about that one, but yeah, I mean, Movember was great. Charity is awesome. I love charity, right? Some of the game incentives were just annoying to me, right? As a top player, I've never been the biggest fan of that anchor system in Block Wars. Is it good fundamentally for the event? Yeah, I'd say so, with the direction they're going. I think it's good for the event. Right? I don't typically enjoy it that much, though. And that's just a subjective take, you know what I mean? So, I didn't like the fact that I was anchored in the movement game. That was a bit buns to me. I didn't feel good about that one. That one was a little bit dissatisfying. Also, some teams that had 2 top frags, one of the top frags just didn't have the anchor, and it's just like, that's fun. Yeah, I mean, the donation incentives giving you like buffs and stuff. Our team was definitely one of the lower ends in terms of like buffs and whatnot, so that just kind of dragged the enjoyment for me a little bit, but not really much I can do about that. I was just unlucky, but I mean, I had fun. It's a Block Wars. The worst I can put it is C tier. Like that's the lowest I could feasibly put it. So yeah, I think this is just here. Thank you, Spash. You're doing well, by the way. Yeah, I just didn't find enjoyment in Movember, in Block Wars Movember. I will say this though. I was very, very grateful to be invited to this, especially since it's something I really stand for, which is men's mental health. Like the charity that it supported is very true to me. It feels very true to me in my heart. So to be invited to this was very, very welcoming. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very thankful that I was able to play in this. Like, I would have played in it every time just because of that. Like, I love the charity that they partnered up with. I think that's awesome, right? I'm just like, in terms of how I'm ranking these is just like the event itself, you know what I mean? Not like what it stands for or whatever. Like, otherwise I'd put this higher, but I'm talking about just gameplay here. But like, in terms of actually what it stood for, one of the best events to be a part of. And I'm gonna thank Wolfie enough for inviting me there. Because it just means a lot to me to be in something like that. So, very cool. Very cool. Gameplay was just a little infuriating sometimes, so I can't put it too high. But at least I will say this: my mental was solid. Outside of the tech issues, my mental was there. I almost subbed out this event, just due to the fact that of tech issues, but I got them sorted. Little did I know this was the start of the beginning of the end for my PC. But I mean, yeah, it was just whatever. Gameplay wise, it was whatever. All right, next team. Dude, my throat is dying. Oh my god. Alright. Clicks Games Clash. I had a lot of fun with this one. I actually really enjoyed this event. I don't know if I enjoyed it more than Shine Brighter though. Big question. I don't know if I did. I will say this. When my team did well in this event, God, it felt satisfying. It felt so satisfying to do well on this team. Because, like, I was worried about freeze tag because our team's composition was a team archetype that typically doesn't do well in like a parkour tag type game, but we did do well because at the start of the game, I came up with a very makeshift strategy that in my head made sense, and it worked really well. And that was just have Plushie hunt the strong teams, so then I can run from the strong teams, so I give him a harder time. Realistically, the other strong teams are going to send their strongest players, so Plushie probably has a pretty easy time hunting them, albeit still difficult. He won all his hunting rounds. And then I hunt the weaker teams. It was just a good strategy. Worked really well. We ended up getting like second in the game or something. So it was immaculate. Just stuff like that. That's why I enjoy events so much, man. Just when stuff like that happens, it's so awesome. Because it's just like, there's a difference between winning a game you know you're good at and winning a game you don't think there's a good chance you do bad at, but you revise your strategy and you go in and you win because of your strategy or do really well because of it. That's satisfying to me. That makes you feel like you can take on everyone. You know what I mean? That makes you feel like you're freaking a beast. That was awesome. There were some lackluster games though. Like we definitely had high highs and some low lows. But you could say the same about this event. I think this one was just like, yeah, the freeze tag honestly puts this high B. I think the freeze tag puts this high B just because it was so good. It's just such a good thing. Like It was also the first time I do it with a plushie. I wanted to run it back with plushie after the abomination that was this event. We managed to do it, and I think we made a better statement this time. Um, my kind of goal was to just because usually when I team with people, right, I want to have a fun experience. So when I don't have a fun experience with like a certain person on a team or whatever, I do feel quite bad. I'm like, and in this case, I definitely felt bad because plushie really, it really enjoyed this team. So I was like, I want to do a plushie again because then we can try and like do well as a team. You know what I mean? And I think this was a good way to do that. I think this was good. We got like third. One of the teams was stupid busted OP, which I mean seems to be a trend with clicks. Unfortunately, the ones I've played. So that was just not fun to play into. That's why this team this isn't A tier. If the OP team didn't exist, I'd put this event in A tier, but I just can't just because the OP team really diminished my fun in some of the games because it was just like, oh wow, I just know we're gonna lose because they're just built stronger and it's just annoying. Um, so yeah, average kill awesome team. What can I say? But I don't know, man. I think this is a solid event. I had fun. I think that's what matters the most. That's what matters the most. Team vibes are great. Lemon Frog was chill. Onyx was chill. Plushie was chill. I was a chill guy. I think. Good. Solid. I enjoyed. Very, very much enjoyed this one. I think, generally speaking, there wasn't any huge problems. The only issues was like, yeah, the OP team, and then we had some pretty bad games, but nothing outside of that. So like, it's a thumbs up from me. It's a big old thumbs up from me. I think. Anyways, next up, Pandora's Box Last Dance. This is an interesting one because do I prefer this event over Team Ping? The answer is no. I don't think I do. I think I prefer it over Chamber Trials 6, though. I think PB Last Dance is an A tier event, and majority of it comes down to the fact that this is the most proud I've ever been with an individual performance, I think. And by the way, and you may think, oh, well, you didn't do well in every individual game, though. Look, if a movement player, right, let's set the scene. Movement player, SandwichLord, hi, I'm movement player. Movement player is getting third individual. That seems pretty understandable, right? Movement players generally are good at farming individual points. I got 17th in Jumping Mad. And I am third individual. If I breathe correctly in that game and I get like 6th, right? Or even 5th, which would have been pretty respectable, right? I literally like I'm second indiv, if not first. If our SG goes slightly better, I'm first individual. And my team still would have been 5th place, by the way. So I would have got first on a 5th place team. That would have been crazy. That would have been one of the craziest things that ever happens in event history. Genuinely, one of the craziest things that ever happened in event history. Right? In the highest cup event of all time. Like, imagine the aura. I mean, I still think I have solid aura after that event. I mean, the 2 people that outplaced me were literally on the finale teams. So, I feel pretty good about myself, you know? I'm like the highest placing player that wasn't in the finale team. So, I think it was actually me and Kalen were the highest placing players, which, hey, big up movement players. Big ups. Very awesome. But yeah. Hyperdrive was perfect. This team was fun. I had a lot of fun drafting this team. We had a lot of fun practicing as well. We had a ton of fun practicing. A lot of our practicing was just tuning into the orange team stream and just laughing our asses off whenever anything would go wrong for them. I think in terms of actual practice, we clicked well. We had good chemistry. Our comms were always good. In the event itself, the one PvP game that we played, Temple Lockout, excellent comms. Trials of Fire, we didn't shit the bed like everyone was anticipating us to do. All right. Anyone who said we were getting last in Trials of Fire, genuinely frick you, go outside. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that fully, but that's how I felt in the moment. I think we got like 5th, which honestly, for being predicted 8th, getting 5th, not bad. High tier hating? No, that's what I think. That's what I think. But It was just fun, man. Just a fun time. Most fun I've had playing a high comp event. I actually have a commentary video I'm releasing in January, chat, by the way. I think it'll be after January 11th because my girlfriend's coming over for a week and I don't see myself getting it done before then. But I'll try my best. I have a lot of time on the 2nd of January. So I'm gonna get as much editing as I can that day. Um so but yeah, literally so fun. One of the most fun high comp events I've played. Like Origins Brawl, Last Dance, fun high comp events. And it sucks because the only reason that they're here, well, it's not the only reason, but like a good portion of the reason I enjoyed them was because I did well individually. And that doesn't feel good to say. You know, I feel like you understand what I mean by that. Like, oh, he only enjoyed it because he did well individually, and he only dislikes the events he doesn't do good in. Yeah, in high comp environments, it's kind of hard to stray away from that. In other events, however, I got first indiv in this event, C tier. I got first indiv in this event, C tier. I got first indiv in this event by a mile, C tier. Like, I didn't do too well individually in this event, A tier. I had a lot of fumbles and mishaps here. I mean, it's MCC, I feel like, whatever. I did pretty well here. I did pretty well here. Like, I did pretty well here. Third indiv in a high comp event here, like a high-ish comp event, like Chamber 5, C tier. Like, not all of the events that I play that I don't do good in, or I do good in, are high tier, right? Like, and that's just a fact. Like, events like Clicks I've been really enjoying recently because they're not that high comp. So it feels like even if I don't have a good team, I can still have fun. Whereas if I don't do well in a high comp event, it's just a disaster. It is just a disaster. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just a disaster. So it's just so much more apparent in high comp. So that's why I enjoyed these because I did well in them. They were high comp. This one I just had fun. Like, it wasn't high comp. This one was so close to being B tier, but I think this is like an A tier. But yeah, BBLD was great. All the hype building up to it was nice. I definitely had the most forgettable team in terms of like hype for every team, and I think I was okay with that. I think that was nice. It means that like if I did well, people are like, "Oh wow, I didn't expect that." You know what I mean? Like, hi Abby. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels nice when you're able to just kind of not really give a shit about what other people think when you go into an event. You can just kind of do your thing, and it feels nice. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I was so used to having a team that would like be very much known by everyone as a threat or like popular or whatnot. MCC, good example. Thwomp, a good example. This team was quite hyped, overhyped. People expected this team to do really well. Like, it's definitely quite pressuring when that happens, but just having a laid back team, like, no one thought Team Ping was winning. No one thought this team was gonna win. People thought they could do well. They weren't like a bottom team. We were just kind of forgettable. No one in hell thought this team was ever gonna do well. People thought this team was aight. Like, I just enjoy it when there's not much pressure. Like, you just have fun, vibe out. I think both my high comps that I did well and really reflect that. Yeah, overall solid. My throat is dying. Oh my god, I apologize by the way, gang. I don't speak that much. I'm not great at speaking. Anyways, Origins Chaos, penultimate event I played this year. I have a lot to say about this event. I don't think it's as high as a lot of people assume I put it. I'm either putting it here or I'm putting it here. Like low A. Because, okay. First of all, there is 9 other people in the voice call. Oh my good heavens. Lord have mercy. Ow. My brain. I had a bad headache after this event. Even worse is that my PC died the day after this event happened. So I had a mental headache, not just a physical one. So the aftermath of this event wasn't great for me. The actual event itself was fun. I think the lead up was nice. Me and Kaylin had some couple sessions where we grinded out one mouse, one keyboard. That was super hype. Um, this I feel like this event was another case of wow, Origins really just did better than main in terms of how well it went. I feel like that's how this Origins went. Like this Origins was just better than main. This was better than main. Brawl Origins was better than main Brawl. Like the legendary event, I think it was fun. I just kind of clip farmed a lot. We clip farmed a lot. We did really well. We got the fucking point record. That was funny. Um, albeit a lot of that was because we were punching purple to no end. I do really feel bad about that. Um, my sincerest condolences. But wasn't Origins Brawl Origins versus Rookies 5? I mean, technically, yeah, but if you're talking about like the style of event, like Brawl, like it's not the counter. Like timing wise, yeah, it's the counterpart to Rookies 5, but like realistically, it's the counterpart to main Brawl because that was the idea they were going with. High comp. So that's what I compare it to. But yeah, I mean, this was solid. My ears were owie, headache a lot of the time. My basketball keyboard always feels a little awkward, but I think I'm gonna put this one here. I think I'm gonna put this one in the top of B, if not low A. I think low A just because it was funny when we got point record. I think low A. It's good. That means there's 5 events in A, B, and C. How that works, huh? It's funny. No, purple did deserve to have a finale chance, and it's cool that they won it. That's good. Because they were literally just fucking booted out, which is not very nice. But yeah, very good. But yeah, Blitz Hunt was hilarious. Like so many clips, The Spleef round one was hilarious. Race was surprisingly insane. We could have won. It was close. Purdy was fun. Extraction was all laughs. Like, not really. I don't think that was a bad game. I think it was all fun. So, I don't really see any other place where this event could go. Anyways, last event on the list, and unfortunately, I think it is the lowest event for me. Unfortunately, a multitude of reasons. Number one, I mentioned the continuing downward trend of Chamber Trials from my personal experience playing it this year. This was the bottom of the barrel for me. First of all, nothing to do with the team. My team was great. Ian's awesome. Luke was great. Cloud is cool, right? Awesome. Cool team. The issues arise from the fact that once I saw my team, I just knew we were last. Looking at the comp of this event, I just looked at it. I knew we were last. I messaged Cloud. I'm like, I'm scared. I was like, I'm scared. So I just knew we weren't gonna do great, which doesn't feel nice. Going into the event, this is when I just got my PC back, so I hadn't played Minecraft for 2 weeks. I was knee deep into my freaking Pokemon addiction at this point, which I was having a lot of fun, by the way. I don't regret any of it. But no, this is when I just come off losing several hundred pounds from PC repairs and new parts. And my drivers were not installed correctly anyways. And I didn't realize this until halfway through the event when my PC black screened for a second and my OBS and Minecraft crashed halfway through. Yeah, unlucky. Not great. And that really just sucked a lot of the fun out of it for me. The PvP games, we stood zero chance. Blitz was not fun running from every single team we walked into. Siege getting freaking the only team we beat is the team that went 0-7. So we went 1-7. And just getting destroyed and nothing we can do about it doesn't help. This event, I was so exhausted from everything that had happened the past week that I didn't feel like coming. I was like, gonna take a bit more of a back foot on coming. I was like, I could probably do that because I have Cloud on the team. But man, it wasn't great. I just wasn't in the mood at all. And freaking another issue arises is that the points were stupid because what they decided to do was super buff the parkour and not do anything with the points. So now first place in that game gets 400 points, and first place in the PvP game gets fucking 700. That's not nice. That's not great. The point balancing is not great when there is, I'm pretty sure there was top 2 individual are on the 4th place team. That's not it. And now, look, I think Chamber of Trials staff knew that, like, we all make mistakes, right? At the end of the day, I'm not just gonna bash them, right? They've been doing so many things to their event, which has been improving their event, and I can only thank that. And I know so many other people have been enjoying Chamber of Trials more and more the more they play. I'm just an anomaly, right? I'm just an anomaly, and I am on the other side of the spectrum for this. I'm very sorry. I didn't enjoy this one. Like, I just feel bad. Like, it feels rough when you have tech issues and your team's just doing shit anyways. And also when you don't fully know your whole team that well, it's like, it feels even worse. It doesn't feel nice getting battered around, and then you have even more problems that approach. And because high comp events recently, the balancing goes that way, is, oh, PvP team wins the PvP game. Let's do good PvP out early so they don't win. Oh, they didn't win. I predicted from the start. Oh, this team is a movement team. Oh, they're gonna lose all the PvP. They're gonna do good in the movement, but it doesn't matter because they already do that. Yeah, not the greatest. Not the greatest. No, I can understand why they buffed it that much, because put it this way, they probably looked at flow state in Chamber of Trials 8 and they were like, oh, good heavens. Um, that was a bit too easy, and then they just went a bit too hard. Like, it's the thing that sucked was that they super buffed the movement, but they did nothing to the points to compensate, right? That game should have had like a 30% point boost, realistically. Like a 20 to 30% point boost. But it just didn't have that. So it just means that being a PvP team in a PvP game means you're just drinking free points all the time, because you have way easier positioning odds. The game itself isn't harder, because you're a PvP team, everything is easier, so you get even more points, and you're less punished by the movement game for being a PvP team because they super buff it. So you can play safe to God and play the game safe, do okay, maybe not the best, but every team that was meant to do better than you doesn't do that much better than you, because they all run into the game thinking they're gonna do chill, and then they're like, oh, expert elytra, expert parkour, what am I playing? Why can't I get S rank in any of the Trident courses? Why is B the best I can ever get in any of them? Like, you know what I mean? There was a lot wrong here. There was just a lot wrong. Lots of oversights. And at the end of the day, you can't blame the devs. Like, it's okay. It was just a miss. And that's okay. Like, I'm grateful that I was able to play Chamber Trials. I'm grateful I've been able to play these past few events this year. The most recent one I played was definitely a miss, though. Nah. It's just like when everything comes crashing down, you know what I mean? Like, if Mental was fine, like, this event's probably here. Like, if Mental was the same way it was, but the games were fine, it's probably like here. Like, everything just accumulates into one. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I just never had a good experience playing CT10. And it sucks. Also, hi Neb, hope you're doing awesome, by the way. So what a random guy, welcome in. But like, it's just not fun when everything accumulates onto you at once. You have bad mental. You have problems with your PC on the day. You have a team that is great, but you don't really know that many of them. So it's a little bit different. It's difficult for me to kind of like, I'm just kind of resorted to being more chill, which is fine. I like a chill team. Like, I was pretty chill to play with this team. But it just makes it just means that like if anything else goes wrong, it feels worse because it feels like I'm nullifying the experience of my teammates, and I don't like doing that. So that's kind of why this team's higher up than this one by an entire tier. Just because I'm pretty good friends with like all of them. So whereas this one I'm like not really close to any of them. So I don't know. Bit of a uh-oh, everything went wrong and it sucks. So hopefully in the future I can team with these people again and have a better experience because I don't like being a teammate that feels like I ruined or at least didn't do anything positive to my teammates' experience. So um that's why this team's here. But I mean, hey, first F tier event I've played in 2 years. It happens. The inevitable, you know what I mean? Like, you have to realize that, chat. One out of the 19 events that I played this year is an F tier. And 3 out of 19 are in D or F. Every other event, like C tier events, were fun. I enjoyed these ones. Like, these were good, right? So there was only 3 events, really, that I was like, with. And one of them is kind of an exception because it was very charity based, and the reason we lost finale was just because of an oversight from the thingy. And that's just like whatever. So, but hey, I think this is my tier list, chat. This is my tier list of my events. In S we have MCC, kind of an obvious S, like a high S. Only S tier event this year, unfortunately, but I think it's just because this event was so special. A tier, we have Team Thwomp, Team Ping, PB Last Dance, Chamber Trials 6, which I really enjoyed. The one Chamber Trials I think it was really good. Um, Team Tandem, fun, very awesome. I like these events. They had a couple issues, but overall, very very fun, solid. Enjoyed them. This is order by the way. So out of all these A tier ones, Team Thwomp was my favorite. Team Tandem my least favorite. So this is all ordered. B tier top of B we have Clicks Clash, just a fun team. Liked it. Just a few more issues than these ones, so it's here. This one kind of same reason, just a bit more issues than these ones, but still fun. Team Bait, chill, just like slightly less memorable than the other block wars I played, but overall solid. Then we have both Biome Battles, which Biome Battles still in their experimental phase, getting no events of theirs in C or lower is actually really good. I had a lot of fun here. This event was also pretty chill. Top of C tier, first clicks I played. Just kind of nothing special about it. OP team, whatnot. But I still had fun. Same with Chamber Trials 5, just kind of a forgettable event for me in terms of like what happened. Like team was cool, chill vibes. We did solid, which is kind of a lot of issues with Chamber Trials in terms of the final game was not fun to play for me. The penultimate game was also not great. Bye bye hair, hi by the way. You have a great New Year celebration. Yeah, this one was okay. Crit Carnage, it was fine. Just the event itself was not super cool in comparison to a lot of others I played this year. So the team was nice, cool team. I'm glad I played at least once. So I have my opinion on it. Block Wars of November. Just didn't really like the gimmicks. Charity was very special to me though. And the team was fun. So I can't physically put this team lower. This one, team was fun. Mental was just so bad. So I just kind of dragged that down. If mental was good, this is just like a B tier event. But mental was just so bad. So that's why this one's bottom of C. Too much pressure on myself. Didn't enjoy the way I presented myself here. So only thing I wish is I hope my team still had fun. D tier. Chamber Trials 8, not great because the only thing I enjoyed from Chamber Trials 8 was my team was cool. I had a cool team. Everything else fell apart. Cube Championships, just not really that interesting to me. Like I'm glad I played a cube once. Pleasure to play. I'm sure the people that run it are cool people. But I don't see myself playing it again because I just didn't enjoy it enough to see myself taking up a spot in the roster where someone else who doesn't have as many opportunities as I could very well take that spot and have more fun with it. So first cube, probably my last. That's okay. I had fun. Who knows? Maybe I will play again in the future, but we'll see. Just kind of a D tier event just due to that fact. Also, the charity stuff was just kind of like done weirdly, where it was well, not charity, but just like donation stuff done weirdly. So the team we faced at the Fat Alley was just busted OP, and that was not fun. F tier, CT10. Everything went wrong. Everything went wrong, and it happens. Anyways, that is my list. That is my list. I don't know how many events I'll play next year. Maybe it'll be a similar amount. Maybe it will be less. Who knows? I think Mayhem could come back next year. Is there a beep? I don't have a zero minor instance, so I don't have a zero minor instance, so I won't play. I'm probably gonna end stream because my throat hurts. But I'll probably play at least a dozen events next year, probably. If schedules are as normal. But I mean, I enjoyed this year. There were some good events. I think it was just consistent good, right? There's a lot of A tier events. There's a lot of B tier events, right? Half the events fall into this category. There's more events in the top band than the bottom band. And honestly, that's a W. You know what I mean? Like, top band, SAB, there's 11 events. Bottom band, there's 8. So, positive ratio. Yay. Awesome. Anyways, chat. I'm going to end off because my throat hurts. But thank you so much to everyone who watched today. I really appreciate that. Hope everyone has a wonderful New Year's celebrations. I sure will be eating some yummy food probably tomorrow and tonight. Yeah. Chat, if you're new here, do consider joining my Discord server. I think it's super gross, but to put it lightly, thank you for a year of awesome streams and being constant for many of us. 2026 would be huge. Thanks. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it. I think this year was not as good as last year in terms of streams. I'll say that. And that just goes for mental streaming as a whole for me. I just don't think it was as good, but it was still fun. I'm gonna do a lot more. I have like a whole end of year video, commentary coming out on the Clips channel, but long story short, I'm gonna be doing more YouTube stuff next year. That's gonna be more so my focus. I'm gonna stop caring about streaming as much, right? I'm just kind of gonna go into streaming with kind of a more laid back mindset rather than letting it be my main thing. So streams will probably be 5 or 6 times a week, maybe even still daily all the time, but I'll be putting more effort into the main channel. So that's the goal. And short form content will keep going the speed it is, if not faster. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Really appreciate everyone who stuck around today. Means a ton. Yeah, once again, if you're new here, consider joining my Discord server. Here's my Clips channel. Here's my main channel. Here's my VOD channel. This VOD will be up on there in a couple hours probably. So yeah. I hope you have a good New Year's there. 2026 is gonna be amazing. I hope so. I hope 2026 is gonna be great. Happy New Year, everyone. See you all next year. See you all in 2026. I'm not gonna raid anyone. I'll just end it off here. Yeah, thank you so much for everyone for sticking around. Really appreciate everyone. I'm sure 2026 will bring new exciting experiences for everyone. And hopefully for me, I achieved a lot this year. I did some great things this year, but I want to do more next year. So, like, I had some really good things. Like, I won an event on stage in front of people. That was really cool. I got my driving license this year. So, very, very cool. But yeah, I'll catch you all later, chat. I will see all of you around. Bye-bye, gang. Bye-bye, squad. Bye-bye, squad. Bye-bye, squad. Also, Bruce coming around in literally like 3 days. Very excited for that. So, start off the year strong. It means I'll be a little bit on break start of the year, but once I'm off that break, we're gonna be grinding. Like, ultra hard grinding. So, hope you'll stick around to be a part of that. Oh my god. Bye bye, squad.